It's very comical. People keep subscribing to this. I think I'm gonna get a new tripod. We're at 10 subscribers. I don't understand why anyone's subscribing to this. It's very comical to me. But I don't know. It's very nice to make these. I don't know why. It feels freeing in a way to just record something, send it, you're done with it. You don't look back at it, right? Like both of these books, right? This book took me 5 years, start to finish. 22 drafts. Crazy. Crazy. And it's written in verse. So every single line break, I calculated out. And then I took that draft, I put it on my computer. I didn't realize what screen sizes were, right? Computers, tablets, phones, have all different screen sizes. And so all the line breaks had to be recalculated. It was a nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare situation. I'll never do that again. If I ever do another verse novel, it has to be done. Has to be done. Print only. Like, I'm not doing the screen thing. It just doesn't work because each line's supposed to break a certain way for the cadence and the flow. It's very intentional. And it's a 30,000 word novel. It's not gonna, no. This one was, this one I wrote because I was really frustrated with people liking Rupi Kaur's stuff. And, it just was like, it was just too much. And it just, I don't know. I like this book a lot. It's a solid book. I had this book as the guest book at my launch. Thing is, this character that wrote the book is a character that's actually from this book, right? So this character wrote this, and then I had a whole other thing with the character. It was very funny. Just trying to get him, a character as a writer doing unhinged writer things is very funny to me. It's like writing a character for a character. But, it's just going through this, seeing who signed which poems, and it's very interesting to me. I think the main thing is, I saw a video earlier. I was thinking about, and someone was like, you're attracted to people when you see them, but when you really settle in on them, whether it's like platonic or whatever, or romantic, you're really attracted to the way that someone thinks and contemplates life. I found it's interesting because we don't necessarily think about it like that. We usually justify it in our own lens, right? Where it's like, why are they thinking about it like this? Instead of saying, oh, they're thinking about it like this. They're thinking, well, if they're implying that, like, why are they thinking about it like this if I'm thinking about it like that? I don't know if that's necessarily good, but what I find interesting is there's a few people in that book, since that came out, I don't talk to anymore. The poems that they signed in the book and what they stand for are confusing to me with how their worldview aligns, if that makes sense. I don't know. I can't believe I'm just discovering Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is amazing. Greek yogurt's incredible. I was eating a lot of yogurt for a while. I didn't realize the high protein yogurt was Greek yogurt. I was eating like sugary yogurt, which is delicious, but this is the good stuff. Anyway. The reason I got these books in the first place, this took 5 years. This took like 2 or 3 years. Because I had to get everything illustrated. That was a whole other thing. I don't want to get into that. But these videos are for me, it's akin to like, they're going to the gym. Right, you go to the gym, you lift. Then you leave. That's it. That's the entire thing. It's the act of doing it. I don't have a notebook. I don't jot down what I'm doing. Some people like to do that. I don't like to do that. My whole thing is I like to do things through repetition, is what I've realized. It's a shame I didn't understand or like golf as much as a kid when I started playing, because golf is very much just repetition and psychological endurance. Well, making a video like this is fascinating because it's the same thing. You just make the repetition. You're just doing it. I'm not trying to have the smart. I'm like, this whole thing is just, for whatever reason, I don't like being on camera. I don't like having my picture taken. I'm a photographer. I take people's photos, right? But for whatever reason, I've always been very adverse to this camera thing. Like full on knowing. I'd probably need to do it to sell books, right? Because that's what I would love to sell more books. That'd be great, right? I'd spend so much time and energy on these things. You know, someone just sold Clawbot in like took them 3 months to make it, 4 months to make it, and they sold it. And it's not about the money, you know what I mean? It's not. I shouldn't say it's not always about the money. More money would be better. I would be less stressed. It'd also feel, I think, validating in some sense if I was able to sell more books. And I want to hear what people have to say. The real thing is like, it's exciting to put your book out there and get opinions back. You're not always going to get good opinions, so people might hate your book, but the reality is like it's fun to see what people think about your art. And not a lot of artists always get that chance to see what people think about their stuff, which is a bummer, right? And so it's like, how do I get more people to have an opinion on this, to take the time? And it's hard in a situation that we're in where there's so much entertainment between visual stimulation, audio stimulation. There's just so much to do constantly, so many different platforms. It's like, why would someone sit down and read these books, right? And it's the real question you got to ask yourself. But it's nice to do these videos of just existing. My friend is in Nicaragua. I'm totally butchering that. Nicaragua. I'm making him do some videos when he gets back. I don't understand why people are subscribing. It doesn't really make any sense to me. But I'm happy. I hope you're happy. I hope this does something. But it's fun. The old school blog style thing was... I remember when it came out very, very clearly. And I was like very put off by it. And now I think about it, I think it's kind of funny. It's kind of nice. I don't think you should be doing everything. I like this like one-shot static thing. I'm into that. But I don't know. I don't like when people go out in the world and like are interfering with everyone else. I don't think that's a good look. It's just like, like the world's not a set for you to film and to shoot your stuff. Like, I'll say if people are more respectful, I don't think I'd care as much, but it's frustrating, you know? I think the world's just in a very strange place now too with everything. I saw a post on Reddit earlier of this person. They were like, should I try speed dating? Like, I've been on the apps for 2 years, and all it's done is led to, like a situationship I don't want to talk about, and a bunch of dead conversations. It's like, okay. The whole thing that I don't understand is like, why don't you just talk to people? Like, just talk to people. I don't get it. I don't get it. Just go out, start a conversation. Like, it's very jarring to me to see people, and I understand that Reddit is not probably the best subject pool to pull from. Like, I'm sure there's way better places to, do a sample size, but I just don't get it. Just go and talk to someone. You like what someone looks like, be like, hey, I like your shirt. I like your shoes. What's your name? Talk to them. It doesn't have to be such a big deal. A lot of people have kind of like this aversion to talking to people. I think they're like nervous or scared that for whatever reason, they're going to be recorded, they're going to be made to look like a fool or something. And that's fine and everything, but the real funny thing is like, in this post-AI world, because you could argue that like we're essentially there with AI, and people don't know what's real and what's not real anymore, which is it has its pros and cons. Like there's a lot of wiggle room to go either way. If someone's gonna record you, that whole thing is like, that whole argument's now like null and void, or it's just like you tell people it's AI. So like that, in a lot of ways, I thought would alleviate like the fear people felt of this happening to them. You can just say, oh, it's AI, that wasn't me. That wasn't me getting rejected brutally outside that bar at 10 o'clock at night. But it seems to be doing the opposite, and I don't really understand that. But I don't know. I think a lot of the world would just do a lot of healing if we just talked to each other again. I don't really think it's that complex. We keep trying to simplify everything through technology, but it's like we've solved for so many problems. I don't think there's really that much to solve for left. And that's just my opinion. I've talked to people, and they feel like that is not true. They've told me like, well, no, Dave, there's tons of problems we still have to solve for. And I'm like, all right, like I see. I don't personally agree with that, if I'm being honest, but I'm always down to be proven wrong. Like, I love being proven wrong. I do. It's nice to be proven wrong. It's fun. There shouldn't be an ego about it. It should be like an exciting thing to learn new things, or to learn, oh, that's not true. But I feel like we've solved a lot of the problems, like at least the problems, like, sure, like big medical things still need to be dealt with. But in terms of like, I go to the store, there's food, that's awesome. I'd love it if we could, I don't know, solve the problem of getting some more nutritious food, or treating our cattle better. That would be great, or just our animals in general. I feel like those are the problems that I'd like to be solved, not like, how do you get groceries to me 5 minutes faster? 15 minutes wasn't fast enough. I need them in 10 minutes. 10-minute groceries. I don't know. Like, a problem I would love to be solved would be like doing my dishes. Like, I would love to come home and see the dishes just done. That would be great. Or the laundry taking 10 minutes total, 5 minutes wash, 5 minutes dry. That would change everything. Can you imagine? Laundry takes 10 minutes. Everyone's life would be changed by that. That would be a big one. We should fix laundry. We should fix laundry. I would like that. I don't think anyone would be mad about that. I think that would revolutionize everything. Can we use AI to fix laundry? That's what we should be doing. Oh, man. I gotta stretch. I've not been stretching. It's not good. Stretching's important. Stretching's important. I haven't been doing it. Ugh. I feel like things are more difficult now than they were. I feel like technology has complicated things needlessly. Maybe that's just my opinion, but I feel like things were going pretty good for a while. Like I think about advertising on television all the time. This is a constant thought that plagues me. We figured out television. Television was great. It was great. It was objectively a really good system. We have cable. You buy a cable package. You watch TV. You can sell advertising slots. It was very simple. Like, it wasn't that complicated. The writers got paid, the directors got paid, the actors got paid. If there's reruns, then everyone gets more money. And there's a good way to advertise. Like, advertising is always going to be necessary. We have to sell things. That's what the economy is. We need it. That's capitalism. We have to keep selling things. And I understand that people don't like commercials. I get it. I work in advertising. It's my job to make it not suck. But you can't just rip out all the ads and then expect nothing to happen. And this is what's so baffling to me is, like, they just took out advertising. Netflix was like, yeah, no more ads. It's like, what? It's just a very, again, it's just people, it's just so selfish. It's just incredibly selfish. Oh, no ads. Full on knowing that, like, eventually you're going to have to bring back ads. Like, there's no world where you can just, subsist on subscriber revenue. You just can't. It's ridiculous. And eventually you're going to have to grow the business. It's like, this was always going to happen. This was always going to come full circle. And I've been talking about this for years. And now it's like, great, a few people got really wealthy, but now the entire industry is, like, in shambles. And it's frustrating that the selfish greed of a few constantly, like, kind of ruins it for everyone else. Like, it used to be an incredible thing to be a TV writer. It was a really, really, really great thing. And, you could build an entire career off of it. You could literally subsist off of reruns if your show was a hit. And I think that's really great, to be perfectly honest with you. Theater was never been like that. Maybe I shouldn't even speculate. I have no idea the history of theater, but, like, theater was always a difficult one. Movies were kind of hot for a while too, with the box office. Like, you had one or two big hits, you were set, and, then you could get residuals as well on TV. But now it's just like, I don't know what's going to happen to the industry, and I keep telling people this. They don't really seem to understand. Like, the nullification of the box office is enormous. It's just not what it used to be in any capacity. You can't take $10,000 and make, Paranormal Activity and get $150 million in return. It doesn't work anymore, And on top of this, these streamers should have to share data. Like, that should not be public. It should not be privately held. I'm sorry. I think entertainment is too important to understand the pulse of the economy as well as the pulse of society. I mean, it's the zeitgeist. The beautiful thing about films like Spartacus, you know, back when like big events were happening, is you could see how people were reacting to them. You know, Spartacus was all about the communists, the Red Scare, people getting blacklisted in Hollywood, and it's a really cool thing to see that come to life through metaphor, through anecdote, and you don't get that anymore. You know, like, we don't rally. We're too fractured. It's just, I don't know. I'm just yelling into the wind at this point. It's just, I guess it's just frustrating to me. It's just disappointing. Because I think, you know, a great way that a lot of us come together is through story, through good story. And I don't know. I don't know where this leaves us. We're all consuming different things. No one's aligned. Everyone's divided. It's not good. And I think the craziest thing is people that are off social media, they're way happier. I have a few friends that do this. They're way happier. But they're also like, I can tell they're kind of like missing out on stuff, and they think about going back on constantly. I don't know what that is. I really would not be too upset if people just went off social and we went back to more mainstream. So, well, it's not even mainstream anymore. Everything's that is mainstream. I don't know. Social media is also good for things. I don't know. I don't want everyone to go off social. It's not true. I don't know where it goes from here. You know? I miss the glory days of social. Facebook. Going right on someone's wall. Those days were electric. You should be in high school. It's your birthday. You log on. Everyone wish you a happy birthday. You got like 100 notifications. You're like ripped up on dopamine. And now it's like the notification thing is just like, it's too much. Everything's so overstimulating. That's why I like these videos. Nothing's really going on. It's one shot. I'm just chilling. That's all there is. It does look crazy. It's been what? It's been 23 minutes. It's insane. Where does time go? Well, it's nice out today. It's like 45. Supposed to get some more snow, but I don't know what that's going to look like. It's supposed to rain a few days after, but I don't know. I do wish there was a world in which social media could live in harmony with people just going outside and being themselves. I do think there's a lot. I take that back. I think there's a lot of merit in social media, but there's just so much now. There's just so much like you feel like you're out of the loop on and trying to catch up on, and it's hard. God. I don't know why bread and butter with a little salt is so fucking good. excuse my French, it's just, it's miraculous to me. It really is. It's just, it's so simple. It's just bread, butter, and salt over a little heat. It's incredible. It's so tasty. The texture is great. It's phenomenal. Alright, I gotta go get groceries. I'm going to Jersey later. Maybe this is just a me thing, but there were plans supposed to go to Jersey, sleep somewhere, and then the plans got changed, so now we're not sleeping there, which is fine. I get it, plans change, but I'm like low key kind of sad. It's kind of down to whatever reason. I was kind of down to sleep over. It just sounded more of an adventure. But I don't know. I wonder if anyone else does it. I really like romanticize things. I mean, it's Jersey. What's the romanticize? There's nothing to romanticize about Jersey. It's Jersey. But I don't know, it just seemed go over there. We sleep at this house. We wake up, we find a strange coffee shop I've never heard of. I get the same $7 cold brew I would in Brooklyn, but somewhere in Jersey. It's electric. I'm buzzing. Oh, man. All right. Time to go food shopping. What are we getting? I'm trying to clean out my freezer. Let's see. Got fish. All right. What is this? Ooh. Forgot about that. All right. I got meat. And I got turkey. All right. Maybe I'll do a stew. I don't know if I have time for a stew. Figure this out.